What then is the starting point for gaining access to this unused treasure? The first step is to realize that it is there. You have more potential than you can use in 100 lifetimes. Millions of people all over the world have gone from rags to riches, become millionaires and billionaires in a single lifetime. What they have done, you can do as well. I will show you what other people, starting with nothing, did that transformed their lives. It turned the switch and opened the door. Even an average person who follows certain steps in a systematic and orderly way will become influential. My late friend, Og Mandino, author of The Greatest Salesman in the World, once said to me, "Brian, there are no secrets of success. There are simple rules and principles that have been discovered and rediscovered throughout all of human history. All you have to do is learn and practice them, and you'll get the same results as the most successful companies." Surprise, surprise, this process works. To influence people, you need to take a certain series of steps. If you do this in the right way, people will open to your influence. In fact, they will want to be influenced by you. They will seek your guidance and direction. You'll get results beyond any you've ever thought possible. The words influence and persuasion are often treated as if they are synonymous, but I think they are different. You can influence people without trying to persuade them of anything, just by being a particular kind of person. One example is the role model, someone whom other people observe and imitate. People who believe that you are a person of character, clarity, and conviction will be much more influenced by you than if they believe otherwise. Parents are responsible for 40 to 50% of a child's habits. Children are greatly influenced not just by their parents' efforts at persuasion, but also by their behavior. Your children will behave toward people in their world the way you behave toward people in your world, especially your spouse. Someone once said, "The kindest thing that a man can do for his children is to love their mother." My wife and I understood these principles when we got married. My children have always seen my wife and me show each other a high level of respect. All of them, in turn, have grown up to marry people that they respected and whom respected them. And they all treat their spouses and children the same way. They also treat other people well and expect to be treated well in return. In his book, In Search of Excellence, Tom Peters emphasized that a parent can change a child's psychological dynamic just by being an example. Children may ignore what you say, but they watch everything that you do, which they absorb through the skin. If you treat your children with respect, they will treat others the same way and will expect to be treated with respect too. As a parental role model, you have tremendous influence. Persuasion, on the other hand, is convincing a person to behave in a way that they would not have otherwise behaved. Because people do things for their own reasons, not for yours. Your goal is to find out what they want and to show them the fastest and simplest way to get it. As you can see, sometimes influence has little to do with words at all. You don't say anything. You use the law of indirect effort. If you want to impress a person, the fastest way is to be impressed by them. If you want a person to like you, the fastest way is for you to like them. The more you can be impressed by someone and find them valuable and important, the more they start to think of you as an interesting and charismatic person. This all goes back to the basic rule. Who is everyone's favorite person? Themselves. Whom do we think about 99% of the time? Themselves. A person who's sitting with a toothache can be surrounded by a crowd, but he's thinking more about the toothache than about anybody around him. The news of the day or what's on television. His sore tooth preoccupies 99% of his mental activity. No one can have any influence over you unless you want something from them. Something that you want them to do for you, or something that you want them not to do to you. If a person cannot change your life in any way, they have very little influence over you. Indeed, the great German poet and philosopher Johann Wolfgang von Goethe said, "You can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for him." Imagine walking down the street. There's a homeless person who's obviously not in their right mind, and they're shouting at you and everybody else as they walk along. This person has no influence over you, because there's nothing they can do to you or for you. They can't help you or hurt you in any way. By contrast, someone at a higher level in your organization can do a great deal to hurt or help you. One form of power in an organization is position power. A person with position power can have tremendous influence over us because they can do something to us or for us, or stop something being done to or for us. That's why subordinates suck up to a new boss. The boss arrives on Monday morning, people get in early, and they're happy to see the boss. They bring the boss a cup of coffee and ask, "How can I help you? What can I do for you? Is there anything that you need?" Or they immediately try to position themselves. "I am the top salesman in the company. My sales are higher than anyone else's. So I'm usually the critical factor in making sales quota in this office. I'm really looking forward to working with you."